Yeah, yeah, yeah. What up, YouTube? S-Deuce is the name, Talking Wrestling is the game, and TNA has been saved once again. This fucking company has more lives than a cat. It was gonna close in 2010, was going bankrupt in 2014, and now they just get a $3 million loan out of nowhere to save the company again. Where the fuck do people come up with this shit? And why don't they just let it close? If it was in trouble, and it's been in trouble since 2010, why would they keep bailing Dixie Carter out? And it wasn't Billy Corgan. It's a mystery third party. Remember, people say Billy Corgan owns 30%. He doesn't own 30% of TNA. He owns a piece though, and Dixie Carter owns 70%. Back in 2014, Jeff Jarrett wanted to buy the company from Dixie's mom and dad, and the Carters were going to sell to Jeff Jarrett for an undisclosed amount, but there was a catch. And you see, the catch was Dixie was to stay with the company, have a role with the company, and whatever position she chose. And Jarrett, being the genius that he is, said, no fucking way. No way. And I'm happy he did. Now there's talks of Vince McMahon wants to buy TNA. Why? Why would Vince McMahon want TNA? For the tape library? Because he's not going to put TNA pay-per-views on the network. So why would he need TNA's tape library or the company itself? Talent. That's why. Talent. He wants the talent and the tape library, but he's not willing to pay. So some mystery third party bails Dixie Carter out once again. My point is, why not just let the company fold, Billy Corgan, and start your own wrestling promotion built off of TNA? I don't understand why they keep bailing Dixie Carter out. She has run this company into the ground. They're out of money, so they just got another $3 million to run Bound for Glory tonight and to have tapings throughout October that will run the show and keep it on TV until December. Which is fine. I'm all for it. See, where I think TNA fucked up was when they signed Bischoff and Hogan and they tried to compete with Vince. They weren't ready. They had the talent, but they didn't have the viewership. They do Lucha Underground numbers, which is a couple 100,000 a week. And sure, Pop TV doesn't get, not everybody gets Pop TV. I don't get Pop TV. I gotta fucking stream the show illegally, but whatever. I'm a wrestling fan and I make sure I watch wrestling. Here's the thing. Vince wants the tape library, but he's not willing to pay for the company because they're so in debt that whoever buys this company inherits all that debt. So if TNA is in the hole for 20 million, let's just say roughly, that means whoever buys the company has to buy the company and they inherit that $20 million debt. Now I'm just throwing numbers around here. Not too sure how much they owe. But here's the thing. Billy Corgan and whoever this mystery third party was just bailed TNA out once again. And now they'll run shows till December. What happens in December? When the company is once again out of money and the investors stop investing because they're losing money. Billy Corgan wants to own TNA. Dixie Carter owns 70% of TNA. They say if Vince buys it, and I guess he's back in the running, but they can't make another offer since somebody else swooped in and loaned them the money to run Bound for Glory tonight and to tape their shows until December. So, if Vince buys TNA, which I don't think he's going to, but he might, in December, what happens to TNA? What happens to Billy Corgan's share? What happens to all those investors and all that money? All that money that TNA could have made but didn't make. I watched TNA, not faithfully. I enjoyed the Final Deletion. I enjoyed Delete of Decay. I enjoyed Broken Matt Hardy, Drew Galloway, EC3, a bunch of guys that Vince passed up. Could he buy the company to re-sign all this talent and maybe ship them to NXT? TNA can't even compete with NXT. I know the viewers, you know, it's the network, but more people watch NXT replays than they do watch TNA live on Thursday nights on Pop. So Dixie is in a horrible position once again, where she's out of money, out of time. Or actually, she's not out of time because now she's read up until December. But who's gonna buy TNA? Billy Corgan wants it. Billy Corgan's invested. But Billy Corgan, I don't know if he can afford it, can't get rid of Dixie Carter. So my plan, or my suggestion, is to let the company fold, then start a new one. Dixie Carter's out of the fold, Billy Corgan's in, wrestling advances, and it's better for everybody. So Billy Corgan and these private investors, stop bailing Dixie Carter out, stop bailing TNA out, and let the company die. S-Deuce is the name, Talking Wrestling is the game, man. Remember, no gimmicks needed, just me and the camera phone. That's it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend about Let's Talk Wrestling.